Welcome back to From Fear to Fun, the podcast where we explore how to transform medical encounters with children from moments of fear into opportunities for fun, with connection, confidence, and cooperation. I'm so glad that you are here. Today's episode looks at change again. But while last time we looked at one promoting tool via persuasive communication, we look today at one of the most uncomfortable yet essential obstacles, cognitive dissonance. It's the tension we feel when our beliefs collide with reality. It is the discomfort of being wrong. And it's one of the key psychological mechanisms that can block the door to change, so we need to be aware of it. Think about the last time someone contradicted you. In the very first millisecond, you probably felt attacked, threatened, defensive. This reaction is universal, it's hardwired, and it has nothing to do with age. Children feel it, parents feel it, doctors feel it. We don't like being wrong. But we must deal with the tension when our assumptions clash with reality. That tension is cognitive dissonance, and one step toward change is moving through it. Research shows that your response depends on how strongly you hold your belief. In a classic study by Al Berkovich, students were grouped by how closely their views aligned with a controversial topic. After hearing an expert speech, strongly dissonant participants sought out to speak with people who agreed with them. Moderately dissonant participants were more open to hearing different opinions. These moderately dissonant participants also wrote long-list messages and asked others for their views. In essence, people who are moderately certain are most open to alternative explanation. The more rigid the belief, the smaller the opening for change. Cognitive dissonance in the consultation room. Parents and children arrive with their own ideas about illness, some accurate, some slightly off, and some completely incorrect. When ideas are incorrect, we must correct them, and that means triggering cognitive dissonance. But this is delicate work, because the moment we contradict someone, we activate their instinctive defense system. And if the belief is deeply held, like conspiracy theories or strong health misconceptions, the resistance becomes even stronger. The deeper someone is invested in their belief, the further they are from reality, and the harder it is to create space for cooperation. And this is a reason why trust must come first. Cognitive dissonance is painful. Being contradicted is painful. And if we trigger dissonance without safety, then the patient shuts down. So before we challenge any belief, we must present ourselves as trustworthy, create emotional safety, show respect for their perspective, build rapport, and demonstrate that we are on their side. Only then can we gently introduce alternative explanations. Without trust, cognitive dissonance leads to defensiveness. With trust, cognitive dissonance leads to growth. The goal here is not to win an argument. The goal is to empower the child and parent to become partners in the treatment plan. Cognitive dissonance is one step towards that partnership. It helps them to question old assumptions, to consider new explanations, to understand the mechanics of their condition, and to take ownership of the change process. But it will only work when we guide them through the discomfort with empathy and clarity. In a nutshell, one step towards change is through cognitive dissonance. Being contradicted triggers defensiveness in children, parents, and doctors alike. People are most open to new ideas when they are moderately certain of their beliefs. Incorrect assumptions must be corrected, but only within a safe, trusting relationship. Cognitive dissonance is essential for empowering pediatric patients to become true partners in their care. And this is how we move from resistance to openness and from fear to fun. Thanks for joining me on this episode From Fear to Fun. In our next episode, we take a closer look at the inner voices in pediatric patients and their parents. Until then, keep noticing, keep wondering, and keep moving from fear to fun.